Hello everybody, this is part 2 of our pretty floral birthday card that I made for a couple of friends of mine having birthdays coming up. And what we're doing right now is called a resist technique, and we're using, of course, my beloved distress inks. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get my little piece of craft mat, and I'm going to first make a kind of a background, just real quick, nothing too precise, because whatever you do here is going to change because of all the layering that is involved. And this is just a piece of that Wausau paper I got at Michael's. And what I'm trying to do is just kind of get the feeling of like a sky. But it really, you'll see, it's going to change because of the layering that's involved. And the paper bent, but that's okay. And just do a little bit of blending. This is called dried marigold. Such a pretty color. And the blue is tumbled glass, I didn't tell you. And the green is peeled paint. But you can just use whatever colors you have to try this technique. Okay, so I'm going to set those aside. And we're going to take our stamp now. Our stamp comes from a little Studio 112 from Joann's. What I wanted was a stamp that had a lot of negative space, so that I could do this technique. I'm going to try the other one. This one is like I'm not sure what kind of flower that is. This one looks more like a rosebud, so I'm going to try that. And we're going to use Versamark. And before I stamp this, something, if you don't know this about distress inks, they stay wet longer than other dye-based inks for the purpose of being able to blend and squirt them with water and all of those fun things that you can do with distress, is because they stay wet longer. So I need to kind of neutralize that ink by using my static bag, and you might get a little bit of color on it. So if you want, another thing you could do is just use the heat tool. That might help with the static bag not getting color on it, because you might transfer that onto another project. You don't want to do that. So I'm going to go ahead and just dry this. It's really important that ink be nice and dry. Alright, so I'm going to stamp this in the middle. Doesn't matter too much because we're going to tear these out. Just want to look and see. You can't really see because it's clear. Oh, there's my timer. Stamp another one over here. Alright, now we're going to get our clear embossing powder and do some heat embossing. Now the heat. We should have another 4 minutes on that, what he's watching. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to use Barn Door, or, you know what, let's just use what I used last time, which was Worn lipstick. It's kind of a reddish, pinkish color. And I'm just looking for it because I thought I had it ready and I'm not sure where I put it. There it is. Okay. Gotta get my pink applicator. I just kind of keep general colors, you know, like I just do the greens. And all I'm doing is applying this ink color right over where the rose bud is, and the distress ink is resisting the color, so it's only going in those areas where there isn't any embossing powder. And then we're going to do the green. Just going to use the same peeled paint. Just do a heavier application this time. I think it's over here. Here we go. And I think I stamped this so hard that you can hardly see any. This one's not. I don't see the leaf or anything. It's weird. Oh, wait. Need to ink it a little bit more. No, there's just hardly any. Okay, well, anyway, it is what it is at this point. Still want to show you the technique. The other one, if you see, it has leaves and stuff. It's kind of cool, but this one, I think I just pressed too hard. Okay, and then we're going to wipe it, and that's going to clear off any ink that's sitting on the top. So then what I did was I just went here and I started tearing, so that I would get a white core showing, or it's really creamy cardstock color. I'm just going to tear each and every one. See? Okay, the lemonade is in the fridge. Okay, so there we go. So there's those three. And these are just, this is trash. Then what I did was I took tea dye. Again, you could use whatever kind of ink you like to use, whatever color. And I just kind of went around just to, so it's not so stark. But you could leave them like that if you like them like that. Just a little bit. Okay. And now we're just going to attach these, and our card will be mostly complete. What I did was I attached the flowers with foam tape. I like to start at the middle first. So, put that there. And then do the other. So yeah, I was going to stain the ribbon with one lipstick Distress Stain, but then I changed my mind just because I kind of like it just with the cream. Okay, so there's our panel. I really like it. It's so simple and sweet. And then we're going to take our score buddy here and just score our card. This is 4 1/4. We're going to stamp the inside with memento and a happy birthday that came from a birthday set. I think it's that set. It's this one. I think it's a Stampendous set, maybe? I'm not sure. I've had it for a long time, but it's a really, really pretty, scripty looking sentiment. And this could be a thank you, or a thinking of you, or I think it could even be a sympathy card. And there it is. Just going to attach it with the ATG and then it'll be done. And like I said in the other video, if you're interested in coming to the Cricut card tricks, I would love to have you come. I work at the Waterford Lakes, Michael's, and it's going to be on Memorial Day on Monday, 10 to 12. So thank you so much for watching, and have a great day. Bye.